We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Caregiver Question of the Week. This week we had, so this is kind of a combined question week because I was getting some common questions about toilets. And so naturally, I thought to myself, well, who else should I have come talk about toilets besides the amazing Maria Lindberg from Toilet Talk? Like, duh, such a no-brainer. So we're going to be answering these questions about toilets here in just a second. First, my name is Amelia. I'm an occupational therapist. I'm also the owner and founder of Higher Standards Caregiver Training. See, check out my t-shirt. As well as thank you. It's new. It's also very, very soft and cozy. As well as I'm also the very proud co-founder of WCN University. That's Whole Care Network University. By the way, we have an event coming up for our family caregiver resource members there next Wednesday that I'll tell you a little bit about after we answer today's question. But just heads up, make sure that you're watching all the way to the end for that, because that's going to be a pretty cool event. Anyway, and this Caregiver Question of the Week is for educational purposes only. So this is not a substitute for health or medical advice. It's not a substitute for a therapeutic relationship. If you hear anything that makes you think you need those things, then please reach out to your personal healthcare provider or the personal healthcare provider of the person that you care for, as this is for education only. Okay, Maria, I'm just going to say a little bit more about Maria here too. So Maria is both my friend, and she's also a colleague, and she's also a fellow occupational therapist with her executive certificate in home modification from USC's Leonard Davis School of Gerontology. We have lots of things in common. Maria is also just the bomb. So I cannot wait. By the way, Maria hasn't actually heard these questions yet. For the record, Maria doesn't know what toileting questions we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to go ahead and pose the question, and then Maria, I'm going to let you take it away because you are the queen of the toilet.
The toilet. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I love answering toileting questions. I'm ready.
Yes. By the way, queen of the toilets, that is a compliment.
I feel so honored. Like, that is high praise for sure. And I will gladly accept my position as queen of the toilet. So
I'm gonna send you like a special crown or tiara or something like that.
I love it, and I will wear it.
Awesome. Okay. So I had a couple of questions come in. One about, as totally goes along with so much that you talk about, Maria, someone who it's kind of hard for them to help their loved one, the person that they're caring for, with toileting hygiene, particularly after a bowel movement, just having a hard time reaching to get that person clean, which is I think everyone who has ever cared for anyone has come across this problem before. But then I kind of thought it was interesting that around the same time, I also got this comment come in that someone whose loved one had been getting discharged from rehab, their occupational therapist had asked them about the shape of their toilet, and they didn't really understand why, and they were just kind of like, why would someone do this? And so I guess it didn't come up for some reason during that conversation, but they were just like, oh, I mean, there's lots of stuff going on when people are discharging from rehab. So, but they were later, after the fact, they were like, I wonder what's the deal with this. So they they were asking about it. So I thought, wow, well, we should talk about both these things at the same time. So Maria, take it away.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah, that would be really, when you're discharging and you're helping your loved one go home, oh my gosh, there's like a million things to think about. And there's so much. I could see how this would totally be just kind of like a little blip on the radar, because you're trying to get your home. And then also, I mean, yes, Amelia, you and I both know the struggle of helping somebody wipe on the toilet too. So I just want to dig into that a little bit more, like as far as bending in the teeny tiny bathroom, trying to reach, like twisting your body in weird shapes to try and help wipe somebody on the bathroom, or well, wipe their bottom, make sure it's totally clean. And that can, you're so up close and personal, and it's just like, yeah, there's a lot to it. So the reason why that occupational therapist asked about the shape of the toilet is because it's so much easier to help somebody clean up on the toilet if the bowl is elongated versus round. So the round toilets are very circular like this, but if you have the toilet elongated, sorry, I'm not good with shapes. It's a little bit more like an oval shape. And so if you have somebody on the toilet, and I love to ask people first, this helps save my back, when I work, or I just resigned working in the hospital, but when I worked in the hospital and in nursing homes and even in people's homes, and even with my own family, I would ask, can you please scoot your bottom forward towards the front of the toilet so that there's more room in the bowl for me as a caregiver to go around back and help wipe their bottom, or use a handheld bidet or whatever it is to help somebody get cleaned up easier. So it's better for your back as a caregiver, and it helps your loved one get cleaned up. So it's kind of twofold. It is so much better to have an elongated bowl on your toilet.
And the other great thing about it too is when someone is able to participate in wiping, having an elongated toilet makes it easier for them to wipe themselves as well, right? So sometimes people can't wipe themselves simply because they can't reach, because there's not necessarily enough space. And having that elongated toilet seat can help to make it so people can be more independent with that as well as you mentioned, using any adaptive equipment, handheld bidets, whatever else that they might need to get adequately clean. So those are great questions. Can I just give like a real quick shout out to whoever this OT is out in the rehab world, asking great questions. And
yes.
Yay. What a
applause
wonderful
to that OT. Like that is above and beyond. That is above and beyond, because I remember working in rehab, and yeah, you're just trying to get the very most basic, like you're trying to help that person go home, you're trying to help the caregiver to the as much as you can. So to have like the OT even ask about the shape of the toilet bowl, I mean, hats off to you. Yeah.
Hats off to you. We need to start a new segment like called "Hats Off to You" for something. I don't know. That would be fun. Let's do that together, Maria. That would be fun, because neither one of us has enough to do, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for helping with the answer to that question. I think that hopefully it will help a lot of people to have an easier time with this both very personal, but also like daily kind of struggle issue that really has an effect on the health and well-being of both the person who needs to get clean as well as the person who's helping them get cleaned up, for sure.
Yes.
Couple of
I've also, if it's okay for me to add, elongated toilet bowls, you can find them for as cheap as $100. Like I've gone on Lowe's and or like Home Depot, I can't remember which one, but you can go on the internet machine and you can find like cheaper elongated toilet bowls. And so if you need to update your toilet anyway, oh, sorry, I just hit my camera. But if you need to update your toilet anyway, and maybe it's not as like water efficient, now is the time. You can get a very affordable elongated toilet bowls. And I feel like in newer places, they're automatically installed anyway. You don't really see a lot of those rounded bowls anyway. So it should be affordable and easy to get.
There you go. So that's also helpful, because if you don't have one, then it's kind of like, okay, well, what do I do now? So that's awesome. Thank you so much for that extra bit of information. I want to highlight again, so a couple of things to mention. That WCNU live event for family caregiver resource members, that is coming up next week that's at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is an exclusive event that is only for members of the WCN University family caregiver resource community. And what we're going to be doing, which is kind of relevant to what we're talking about today, is I'm going to be talking about my 4 favorite pieces of equipment. Now, we're not talking about like, this isn't name brand. This isn't like, I'm not endorsing one thing or another. These are just like, as an occupational therapist, probably the 4 most common pieces of equipment that I recommend, because I think they are just the bomb.com all the time. So that's what that event is going to be. I will put information on how you can join the Family Caregiver Resource Community to get access to that event, and lots of other information. By the way, Family Caregiver Resource members also can take, they get access to 3 courses for free, 3 of our most popular courses for free on WCN University. You get access to all of the live events, and of course you get direct access to our panel of experts at WCNU to ask questions. So I will put information on how you can join that in the comments section with a link for joining, if that's something that would be helpful for you. But the other exciting thing to talk about that Maria just told me about, she just told me about right before we started recording, I was like, we have to talk about this. Okay, please tell us all about the grab bar guide.
Yes. So I am currently making a grab bar guide, and it tells you 4 easy steps on how to customize your grab bar placement next to the toilet. And so this is something that a grab bar guide that I hope answers a lot of questions for people that they typically tend to have, where people will ask me questions like, where exactly do I put it? The grab bar on the wall? What kind of grab bar do I need? Who should I trust? Like, who should I hire to help me with this? Is this something that I can do on my own? I'm hoping this will answer a lot of questions, because what people tend to think is, oh, I'll just hire, a contractor, or sometimes plumbers even do it. And they'll come into your home and they'll say, I do ADA. So ADA stands for the Americans with Disabilities Act. And so they will just put the grab bar immediately in the wall wherever works best for them to install it.
Yeah.
And some contractors are great, and they do consider your needs, but a lot of them don't. And so this guide will help not only you make it easier to put the grab bar where you need it for your specific needs, but it can also be a tool to, if you do hire a contractor, to help them with understanding where it needs to go for you, working with them, and then ordering a gorgeous grab bar to accessorize with in your bathroom. So yes, that will be free, and it will be coming out next month, in August sometime. So as of this recording, I'm not sure, but if you sign up, if you go to my website, toilettalk.me, and you go to the resources tab, go to newsletter, and you can sign up. And when it comes out, it'll just come into your inbox. It can't be any easier.
It can't be any, that is crazy. Guys, like, I think, like, wow. I realize that my reaction might seem like a little overblown for something like grab bars. I know like grab bars are not everyone's like cup of tea, but listen, Maria and I and so many other occupational therapists in the world have been in so many situations where the grab bar was incorrectly placed, and it can cause really, really significant problems. And it can really affect people's ability to age in place safely. It can affect their ability to participate. It can affect their long-term independence. And unfortunately, it can have, when a grab bar is not placed correctly, it can have a really negative effect on someone's healthcare outcomes. So this is actually like such incredibly important, vital information to have before you get a grab bar installed. And the fact that you can just get it delivered to your inbox for free is pretty insane. That's insane. Everyone should go sign up for this. I am not kidding.
Please.
You would be foolish to not sign up for this. You would be so foolish to not sign up for this. So thank you, Maria, for putting together something that's so absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much. It's been deep in my heart. It's been, this has been a passion project. I was like, this must be done because, like you said, yeah, we do see so many grab bars, and we know how much better things can be. And so I want to take out the mystery of how you should, where you should put that grab bar in. And this is definitely something I'm so excited. I cannot wait to share with people. And just like, I want to make grab bars fun. I mean, I have grab bars in my house, and they benefit my 3-year-old uses a grab bar to get in and out of the shower. I mean, it's something that it's not just an old person thing. I want you to have fun. I want you to have the cherry red grab bar, or the, purple grab bar, or whatever color. I want people to have fun and love their bathroom and not feel stigmatized by having a grab bar next to the toilet.
Yep. It really, like, it should be part of just regular safety design, so that we can make things accessible for everyone, no matter who they are, no matter what age they are, and make the world safer and a happier place for everyone. So thank you so much for doing the really, really, really important work. Guys, creating a guide to grab bar placement is not as easy as it probably sounds like. So I know that Maria has been working, I know you've been working on this for a while. Another fun fact, keep an eye out. Mine is probably going to be further in the future, but my book on practical caregiver, a practical caregiver guide for caring for people with dementia. Super, like, these are the things that occupational therapists do that look like magic, and they're not at all. They're based on these principles. That's what it's all about for caregivers to be able to apply on a problem by problem, day by day basis in their homes. That is now in the editing process. So I'll keep you guys updated on that.
Excited. My family needed that with my grandfather. Like, we needed that bug years ago. So I am so excited. That's what's coming for you. Like, that's thanks. Amazing.
Yeah. Writing books is hard, isn't it, Maria?
I had a month where I on social media was like, I cannot be on social media whatsoever. Like, all of my time must be devoted to writing. And so I had to make a lot of room because I was getting very distracted, which I'm just very like, squirrel. But it is very difficult to write a book because, I mean, I don't know if you experienced this, but like, I just wanted to make it as easily understandable as possible. Mm-hmm. And so luckily I have a good editor writing buddy. So she cleaned up a lot. I feel like she wrote the book.
Editors are superheroes. You don't realize how badly you need an editor till you try and write a book and you're like, oh, I'm not as good as this as I thought. I probably need someone to check me here.
They really are. And she's a fellow OT as well. So she totally gets it.
That's awesome. Okay, well, I want to be respectful of your time. Thank you so much for coming on to Caregiver Question of the Week. Y'all, I'm going to put some links along with this video. I will put a link about joining the Family Caregiver Resource Community at WCNU, so you can access the event that's happening next week. I'm going to put a link to Maria's website, so you can sign up for that newsletter and make sure that you get the grab bar guide delivered straight to your inbox as soon as it is published. And if I think of anything else helpful, then I will put links for that also. Oh, I know what else. If you have a question, you can submit it totally anonymously using the Caregiver Question of the Week submission form. So you can ask whatever question you want. You don't have to give your name. You don't have to give any contact information. You can really just put in your question. And I or my guests will do our very best to answer the question for you. Until next time, guys, please stay healthy, stay well, and most of all, take care. Bye.